With that done, we have finally reached the divine terminus.
The final destination.
Which, yes, again, unfortunately, I thought there was going to be at least 2 or 3 more chapters after this.
Oh well.
But, alas.
Now it's time to bring on the Fab Foursome.
Yep, because I figured, again, if this is supposed to be a successor to Return to Dreamland, I may as well bring them all back.
The only downside is that we're not there to reapply our roles.
Watch them do something like, just watch them in like a year. They're gonna like, I'll take that. Watch
Add
them in
online
like
co-op.
yeah, like as a buy Kirby Star Allies Deluxe and it has.
Well, I
everything.
mean, like,
I don't know. Just...
honestly, the way I see it is that, like, considering how long we had to wait for Super Mario Party to get its online co-op add-in, I feel like it'll probably do the same with this too.
I also get, to be fair though, in Mario Party's defense, I get the feeling the reason why they did in the first place is because of Mario Party Superstars, which will have online co-op itself, and it does run on the exact same engine. So they figured, why not just apply it to this one as a test?
Yeah. So yeah, join us as we're gonna go in with all these people. And yes, James, given some of the hazards, this did take me a while. This did take me at least 1 or 2 tries to make sure nobody died, because I had to do a couple more of them freaking crunchy.
Same shit happened to me, and I fucking hated it. But yes, with the powers of Bandana Waddle Dee, Meta Knight, and the D Cubed, they go on to the final terminus.
You're a little close. Okay, anyway, sorry, like everyone was just this part.
You go first. Oh,
yeah, this part right here.
No,
I agree,
after
James. This took
you.
me.
I will definitely say, with some of the obstacles in this level, it will really be a big detriment to DD's fat boxes.
man.
Gotta be careful, DD.
And look,
DD,
the
hurry.
graceful Dwan remembers to make his entrance.
I'm
Oh, no,
going
I got.
in. Yeah, no. Again, just absolutely. If there was a way to like have a checkpoint, I wish. But
By the way, Kirby, why'd you leave me stuck in that got it little rod for all this time in the first place?
I mean, that place had barely any Wi-Fi, so I couldn't get caught up on my stories.
You see this, right? The way he was talking about it, just looking at that day, like, I'm not the other one who's crazy, right? But no, I think because it is just before a boss, I think they will give us at least 1 Dream Rod, maybe, but otherwise, be very, very cautious. I'm backing up.
Yeah.
In fact, yeah, that's what this part. I'm like, I'm going underneath. I'm not gonna risk getting
I'm
crushed.
sorry. You know what I just saw? Oh God,
Oh,
no!
come on. Oh, there you
That
go.
was a close
But
corner.
Real
Okay,
quick,
continue.
I just really remember another stupid thing that we were doing during that our Return to Dreamland thing while watching DD fly like that. I'm just thinking, DD.
Oh yeah, that's the thing I was talking about earlier when he was just floating across the surface of the water.
Oh yeah, those are the great
D, gonna get that there, Kirby.
What?
Oh, nothing.
Anywho, so since we are getting close to the no, not the key.
Yes, the key, and you're gonna have to make a massive leap.
Excuse me.
Back up. Oh! I did it.
I sneezed and no one
Okay.
said anything.
Well, I
Oh, I
didn't
didn't
hear you.
hear
It was a very
Yeah.
light sneeze if we
Yes, it
couldn't
was.
hear it.
So while we're doing that, I guess I'm trying to think if there's any other big co-op games we should be. No, we already had this conversation before. It was gonna be like Zelda 4 Swords.
Rayman
Well,
Legends.
Yeah,
Rayman
well,
Legends.
Amazing
Legends.
Mirror.
Okay,
Amazing
yeah,
Mirror.
Amazing Mirror. Like, Legends is one that I personally would like to get started on soon.
Yep, we just need to make sure if Gui's even interested.
Well,
Oh,
it-
God.
Well, I'm
it's
sure she's
Rayman.
interested. It's also a matter of scheduling.
If we're
That-
playing
that too.
Amazing Mirror, would we re-record that for co-op?
I mean, I wouldn't mind it.
Okay, just making sure.
And then there's that, and then there is
I
there is
mean,
that other game
I've actually, real quick, I also already brought up earlier that we should also redo Return to Dreamland, considering, well, first of all, the commentary we did is like an eternity old, and secondly, I think we could probably get some mileage out of that game's multiplayer.
Yep. Sword.
I was about to say, I don't think Return to Dreamland's commentary was really that.
Or not Return to Dreamland, no, Nightmare in Dreamland.
Nightmare
Oh,
in Dreamland.
I was
yeah,
gonna
I was
say,
worried,
like,
so yeah,
didn't we
Nightmare
already
in
do
Dreamland.
that?
It was only a
And-
year ago, DDD.
And then there's one other game I'm curious about, which is we were talking about was Unruly Heroes, which
That
was like
one-
Rayman Legends with Journey to the West.
I'm still
yeah,
curious
that
to see how
one.
that one will turn out in full.
Anyway,
Anyway, here we are, the Jamba Heart.
yeah, I'll wait till
Let's
this
just
is
be
over before I
collecting
keep
them.
talking about.
So who's gonna be this guy?
Good night.
Ow. Oh yeah, you go for it, Hype. But first off, we have Sealy,
Stop right there, pink one.
the mature one.
I did not expect you to survive your visit to Jamba Station.
Jambastion, not Jamba Juice.
What's more, you somehow bested my darling Franny and Burge. I almost read that wrong.
I guess those are her names for them. All right.
However, your luck has run out. It is the dearest wish of Lord Highness that no one interferes.
So, yep. One more refight for Zen Partisan.
And Waddle Dee's like, hey, can I borrow that?
I'm just gonna nope you.
Oh, my sword! Back.
So much like before, it's more or less the same fight.
Yeah.
Correct. There will be one once again with Francisca and Flamberge. There will be one more additional ability that she's gonna summon, but I wanna say maybe it's water again. If you can like get her, if you can like cover her in water so that she becomes conductive electricity herself.
I guess if there's one, if there is one big downside, is that since we are running with the Return to Dreamland quartet here, it left us very little room to really prep them all up with their own elemental powers.
Nice.
But I'll take the pogo stick. I'll take the pogo attacks where I can. Yeah, I'm sure there's a counter, but I just can't think of it off the top of my head. But it probably has something to do with those freaking Taigo god drums of hers.
Well, I mean, you were doing pretty good at pogo bouncing earlier.
She's down.
Sorry, Zan. Your Ryzen cosplay has to end here.
I'll take the heal up. We'll do our victory dance right in front of the.
Guys, I do believe you're forgetting something.
What is that?
Oh, that's right. Lunchtime.
Oh, right.
That's you, Seely.
Help, Highness.
Okay, Seely.
I think she was trying to say it was just that Discord cut her off.
Oh.
What is this interference?
So yeah, meet Highness. Again, very stupid name considering he's not really Highness worthy.
But also a dick.
You seem to be in my way.
What a jerk.
Yeah, he's a jerk.
Well then.
That's some luck with this, by the way.
This music.
It seems we do not have enough energy to revive our Dark Lord.
Oh boy, it's a cult
I'm
again.
sorry, what?
Go
It's a
figure.
cult.
Must we allow ourselves
And again, the voice doesn't make sense and just wait.
It works.
into oblivion?
I don't think
First
I've
I've
ever
heard
heard
this voice.
Steve with that voice before.
No! No! No, 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 I say!
Oh boy. Meet the Master
We are
Project
the
Department
masters of divine power. How could you never,
big
never,
thing-
never?
okay,
All that loveliness
things-
was enough.
Oh, sorry.
So there's some things I can point out in this dialogue. One of which is that he mentions things that they mastered a matter most dark, which to me
And happy
thinks
birthday.
Did he say happy
Which to
birthday at
me-
one point?
Yes, he did.
probably.
Gracious.
So I believe I'll talk during the fight itself. But
You see it now, don't you?
no.
Anyone who interrupts our revival ceremony, we must kindly ask that they please disappear forever.
Sure. But first, how about a throat lozenge?
The Efficient of Doom, Lord Highness, and
Is your
yeah,
throat okay, Steve?
yeah, you okay with that?
Nah, I didn't
Oh,
really hear
that
that
sounds
much.
cool.
I was just channeling my Skeksis.
Okay, but yeah, the other thing I learned from what we were seeing there was that one of his dialogue mentions that they mastered a matter most dark, which to me that's my sign, and I was only able to see that by pausing during this whole editing process. To me, that is my cue that I do think that these people, whoever they were, they actually either worshipped or could even somehow manifest dark matter.
Possibly.
I mean, given the warning, I feel like they're just worshippers of the dark matter.
The other thing that his dialogue mentions is I think at some point this cult and
Oh, boy.
the,
Uh-oh. He's been unmasked.
Oh my.
oh
And yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have made the jokes. Or at least off-screen, because look at this thing.
he's Squidward. But yeah, no, and he summoned darkened form. When he summoned darkened forms.
Squidwards I should know about.
Meow.
I'm out of here.
And
I'm
yeah, now
Squidward! I'm
he's
Squidward! Squidward!
And unfortunately, he's using the freaking Jamba sisters as like puppets and weapons to clobber us with.
Yeah, he's gonna clobber at their Kirby with his own fucking husks.
But yeah, the other thing I got from the dialogue is, oh god, they know how to do the friend circle too.
Yeah, this part can get a little nasty.
Get ready to guard. Oh, and also hug the corners because they're round in a square-shaped environment. But it's also this part where, yeah, as you're looking at my health and all my friends.
Kirby, what the heck do you think you're... Don't do it over there.
Look at him!
What do you look like I'm doing?
DD's
Hey, real quick,
trying to wig him out.
Sorry, just real quick, as a request. Sealy, could you read the thing I just posted?
Oh, hang on.
It's in the recording chat.
Yeah,
Give it a bit. Just give it a bit. This will still take a little... This boss fight is a little lengthy.
Yes, it is. I mean, it's one of the last one.
We hate you. Let me show you how much I hate you.
Don't do that. Oh yeah, the opposite take thing. But yeah, the other thing that his
Kirby,
dialogue
you
mentions.
ever get the feeling maybe he likes us too much?
Yeah, I think the other thing his dialogue mentions is apparently there was some sort of feud or something happened between him and Haltman from Robobot.
Oh.
So he dropped the faith pretty quickly.
How could you defeat me, the Lord Highness?
Oh yeah, in regards to Haltman, we'll talk about him in another game.
An offering to our Dark Lord. Perhaps if there is an offering. What should I do? Only one option remains. Those who harbor the greatest of magic, I call upon you.
Oh.
Dude.
So yeah, he literally sacrificed his sisters. Without their permission, I might add.
Make it so. Accept my aid. I plead myself to you, Dark Lord of Destruction. I do this so that our Dark Lord may be reborn.
So is this like a...
Rise, Destroyer of Worlds. Rise, Void Termina.
The more you do that voice, the more...
Would you compare this to Dark Mind from Amazing Mirror?
Yeah, more than a second. And then what's up?
Kind of. Though, seriously though, the more you do that voice, the more it starts to remind me of something. I just can't put my finger on it.
Nitrous oxide.
Yes, exactly, yeah. Nitrous oxide. That's the same fucking voice.
Yeah, you should be. You could be nitrous oxide, dude. But yeah, the other thing I'm saying that I don't think this is Dark Mind, Sealy. The more we look into it, and you'll definitely start to see.
Well, I'm not asking if it is Dark Mind. I'm asking if it's like Dark Mind. Like same trope.
It's like Dark Mind, but I genuinely think the more we go into this fight, especially towards the final phases of it, I genuinely think my headcanon is that this seems to be like a primordial form of dark matter.
Hey,
like
those weren't the
maybe
people
even
that came with us.
Yeah.
It's a character poster because we actually we finished.
There
the
we
space
go.
Yay!
The great
Look at
labyrinth
that,
battle.
Kirby is Cupid.
Aww. And because even though there's all this setup, you actually will just start the level right away. There is no pausing, so we're chasing after the Void Termina, it seems.
Onward to the final battle.
Thus, we get to the cock tease number 3 of how this game can tease a potentially 3
Kirby Star Allies.
Yeah.
Final drop.
The final chapter.
A little late for that, I must say.
Oh, sure, I'm in the back.
Oh shush! You're holding up the rear, and you're the caboose, and you're our stabilizer, and there's many other.
I'm
already
in front of us.
So clear him up.
All right, I know when to take a hint.
And Meta Knight's like, I'm just glad he is not in front of me. Otherwise, I would not be able to see. Anyway.
Oh, come on, Meta Knight, I take my pants.
And this is something that's actually oddly enough referenced in Owl House, I think, in a form of a plushie.
Hello,
Void Termina.
Void Termina. And right away, his boss health bar is going to be a little unique, as is this battle sequence that you're seeing. We are in full 3D.
I was going to say, cock tease number 4, it's in 3D.
I
That's
thought
what
he
I
said
was
it was
saying.
3.
Oh.
Well, either way, it's okay. So
I thought by number 3 you referred to something else, but yes, this is like, again, Hal wants to make a 3D Kirby game. Let them make a 3D Kirby game, Nintendo.
I would love that. But yeah, the way this works is it works just like any other star, superstar power where you can swap around if you need to. And the only way we're going to be able to deal damage is by waiting to see where his eyes open up and lock on and blast him.
Reminds me of Bellum from Phantom Hourglass.
I think that's
too, I guess.
You know what? In some ways, this boss phase will be an amalgamation of all the freaking boss fights you went through in the 3DS remake of Majora's Mask, considering all their weak spots were little glowing eyes.
Yeah. And plus, this guy himself does kind of give me Majora vibes.
I mean, hell, the
Yeah,
dude's name is Void Termina. Where was Majora's,
gosh, yeah,
where did
Termina.
Majora's Mask take place in? Termina.
That it did. But otherwise, I mean, as you're also seeing here, this is nothing too taxing.
It's
Where's
really
that other
not.
one? Oh crap! It's behind him. Oh, and he got.
boy. Late
Okay,
arms.
I take that back.
He looks like a Digimon now.
I need to get away from him. There we go. Okay.
Digimon,
Actually, now that I think
Digimon.
about it, he looks like he could totally fit in. Well, I mean, you probably have to, drain the colors out by a large margin, but he looks like he would be right at home with Shadow the Colossus.
Kind of.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. And ooh, excuse me. Almost
Excuse me, sir.
got him. Just need to do a
You're
little
in my
damage.
way, sir.
The other issue, though, is we're about to find out is this is technically. Technically, this actually isn't Void Termina.
Oh,
It's not?
Wait, what?
No, it's basically working like a massive mech of some sort, and Void Termina's inside it.
so it's like.
So let's go.
it's like King
So
Boo.
it was just a husk.
So now we're gonna go inside and fight him, and behold, Void Termina
It's a heart.
of hearts. And then Colin
Totally
Highness
not
and the Jumbo
Nova.
Sisters are trapped.
Yeah, there's.
You
And
know,
Jump
in
Sister.
retrospect, this probably wasn't the best plan of them all.
Never
I didn't take
realized.
into account. I didn't take into account Void Termina wouldn't have a good dental plan.
Didn't realize he was evil.
Kind of think,
That
was that detail always there in the, actually, now that I think about it, never mind. No, this was definitely a detail in the original game. I forgot that the sisters and whatnot do. They are broken off this thing the more you attack it. And, of course, pull the levers!
Break free.
That's gotta hurt.
So a couple things happen here. First off, we get spit back out to hopefully
Ew.
land on our star, and they get sent off flying. We won't see them for like another couple campaigns
Yeah.
because we'll have to figure out what happened to them. But for now, all we did was just remove his inner shell. Now we need to fight our way back inside one more time.
Ooh.
And now he's learned to fly.
Oh my.
He has,
I'm getting
noticed
Ori
too.
vibes from this.
Kind of.
Oh yeah, freaking Kuro.
Yeah.
Yeah, the owl.
Yeah, that's
Blast him, bullet time.
And I do love this bit
Well, you
here,
were saying
like,
that to us.
I do love this bit here where as it's like flying in for like swooping in, you can take that chance to literally have the game go into slow motion and just wail on the
Oh
weak
yeah, it's
point.
like Breath of the Wild's Flurry Rush. Oh, hang on. He's using different powers. But and again, the music is very nice. There we go.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, no complaints here as far as the music's concerned.
All in all, the only reason why this disappointed me when I first played the game was because I wasn't expecting this to be the final boss.
Me neither.
But-
I mean, again, it's just a matter of it just felt so sudden.
Well, I mean, like, you say that, but I also say, like, in regards to the boss itself, considering how gargantuan and different it is compared to the other ones, I think it would make sense if this was the final boss.
I mean, no, that's not. I totally get that. Like, this does feel like final boss material. It's just that, again, you come to this so soon.
So soon,
That's
yeah.
fair.
But now in full context, I think this is this is a really spectacular looking Kirby boss for like the most recent one in the franchise.
Right, no, of all the shit I'll give Star Allies, the final boss fight in general is not one of them. Like, it is a very good final boss.
That is a massive axe,
Yes, it is.
Whoop. Nice.
and we're just gonna do a few more bits of damage. Oh, and hit.
Get it. I like how it almost looked
Nice.
like you could just ride on top of the wing at first.
That would have been awesome.
Hey,
Go
can I get a shot at the driver's seat?
Get a Meta Knight. Thank you.
Thanks.
We have one more bit of damage to deal, and what the? Okay, it's okay, it's on his head. No worries.
No,
I'm gonna
no
throw
problem
rocks
at
at
all.
him.
Yeah, no,
Oh
like,
my god, that's the super. Oh my god, that's the super crown.
Oh shit! Oh yeah, you're
like,
right. That is the fucking super crap from Return to Greenland.
Yeah, it looks like Magolor's crown thing.
Oh, okay.
So was that too like a byproduct of dark matter?
I don't know. I just know that the shape absolutely looks like something like that.
You know, I'm really glad that you reminded me that it was Magolor's crown, because the moment you said super crown, I went in an entirely different direction.
No, not that.
Not
He's
that
not going to
super
become
crown.
Terminet. He's not going to become Terminet.
Terminet.
What was it called? Well, yeah, what was it called in Return to Dreamland? It was something crown, like Mega Crown, Dimensional Crown.
I think it was just called the Crown. By the way, final boss time. It looks kind of like Kirby.
Yeah.
And my guess is, again, there's could be a number of things. It's like a warped Kirby. It could be some form of dark matter remembering us. And also, as you're looking at some of these patterns here,
Dark matter.
now
or
I
dark
have
mind?
dark matter. But also, when I see bits like this, it also absolutely gives me. Also, I'm gonna heal these guys up. Oh, because as you saw there, Termina has the power to turn your allies against you.
Wait, what?
Right. In which case, yep.
Yeah.
In which case, you got to send out your friend heart to snap him out of it.
Right, but also as you're gonna see in some of these
Is that showing off
attacks.
at all?
He
Yeah,
just
oh,
saw
just
it.
now.
Oh.
But yeah, attacks like this here absolutely remind me of freaking
Miracle matter.
yeah, Miracle Matter from 64, and that's why I think it's all connected.
Yeah, no, like a lot of the seeds were planted with this boss fight, and I think that, it was more or less. The conclusion was pretty much brought on with this thing's EX
Noise!
form.
Meta Knight!
Yeah.
Come
Oh
on.
yeah, what happened in that one?
I want to say it was either the EX fight or like the one
Dark
the EX
Knight.
fight or the one that came with the Soul Melter EX fight or here from I forget which one in particular, but it pretty much
Yeah.
confirmed what we thought. It is essentially like this is pretty much it's pretty much the answer that to a question nobody wanted to have answered.
Which is that yeah, this is I think especially look at this form here. This is dark matter or a form of it at least.
Not so much that, but the fact that at the very least with the EX ones, it literally is a Kirby baby.
Oh god, this is an evil Kirby
Not this one. I want to say it is, yeah.
or something tied to. Oh jeez.
It's definitely tied to Kirby's quote unquote biology,
Wow.
or at the very least,
Well-
if not Void Termina, then definitely the other formations of the boss you can fight.
Get
And
him!
it's more or less something that's hinted at in the pause menu.
But with that said, we've done it.
The day has been saved.
I could-
and
I
at least
thought-
one and at least one of two monsters made it out unscathed.
I could have sworn that when you beat him, he would smile, or am I thinking of, like, in the other mode?
You're thinking of one of the other fights.
But we do have one last big thing that I'm gonna try and keep quiet for as best I can because it is really freaking hype for me. I don't know. It's cool.
Hello!
But because as we are getting ready to destroy him one last time,
Yeah,
Oh, that's
got
right.
him cornered.
Now it's time for a power fantasy.
Because he's gonna give us one last ultimate. But Kirby's pissed.
Kirby not too happy.
Oh no, dude! Listen to not here, but when I have to mash all the buttons at once, listen to how pissed off Kirby sounds as he's like unleashing all of his force against him. Oh jeez.
Do you think we should help him? I think he can take care of it himself.
Yeah.
Or blast. Oh, now we gotta rotate the buttons. And
One more time.
one more push. And as we're trying to spin, Kirby's got one last force in him. You know, this. Listen to this.
Yeah.
That
My
was
condolences.
cute.
My condolences to the actress, by the way, for having to put all that energy into that blast.
Especially
Yep.
when I can't remember if it was before or after. But
By the way, look.
she had
all of our-
surgery.
Oh,
Oh, the Switch couldn't handle that.
look!
Yeah.
Look!
Two
All of
arms,
our friends
everyone.
are here.
Two
And-
DVDs there.
Wait a minute.
And I did record this after all the updates. Now you get to see every single one of them, even all the new friends that were added.
Yeah,
later.
did you guys hear that? I think it was a year ago that the voice actress for Kirby was hospitalized with appendicitis.
Oh, jeez. Well, I hope she recovers.
Yeah,
Same.
yeah, this was like a year ago. I think she's recovered.
Oh,
by now.
okay. Goodness, don't spook me. Okay.
Anyway,
Well-
that's the end of that chapter.
We did it. We were able to overwhelm and destroy Void Termina just in time for another YouTube series to potentially create a sequel for this character somehow.
All
Yeah.
right, that.
I think it's a cute enough idea.
I'm not saying you're wrong.
Anyway. Yay!
All's well that ends well. Just, another galaxy got destroyed. No biggie.
We
don't
got it
care.
all taken care of.
I like that Waldy's also really angry.
Yeah.
Also, we died.
Yeah,
Oops,
no,
it
that
crashed.
Oh, no.
we were a little too close to that blast.
Ow.
But don't worry, Kirby's not going to have to suffer this indignity alone.
And yes, for cutscenes like this is why I wanted to make sure it was the old Return to Dreamland cast.
Because your friends are here too.
Yeah.
I was actually
Why, we're in
checking. I was actually checking your pockets to see if you had anything worth looting.
You know what? We're in space. How are we gonna get home?
I'm just here.
I hope you guys learned how to do your breaststrokes.
I
Swim.
love that.
They just swim all the way there.
I was supposed to say, I also love that anytime Seely's Meta Knight, just the attitude he goes for is, I'm just here.
I'm in the background. Come
Come
along,
on, everybody!
Boop, boop,
Come,
boop.
come on,
Yay.
friends!
And Edie.
Whoa!
Friends
Yeah,
and
just-
DDD.
I don't. I don't
Friends
care.
indeedy!
I don't care what anyone says. Kirby's just feel good food.
I'm not saying he isn't.
No, I'm just saying, just in general, just about all this.
My
I can be happy
My
about a
car
dorky
is
ending.
Kirby themed.
Wait,
Yay.
really?
Yeah,
It's not. It's not. It's in like there's stickers on it. Not like the car itself is a Kirby. So
Yeah, I have.
Would you
I
put
not
it-
only have a sticker on my car, but I also have a Kirby keychain on my car keys.
I was actually going to say, though, would we put it past Seely to, if she had the money, to invest in a Kirby-centric car?
That would be something.
maybe.
Maybe.
And so now for an audience of Kirby's, we get to fight a bunch of mooks while the credits roll. And just like before Return to Dreamland, whoever can kill the most enemies wins. So while the
Was
credits
this?
rolling-
Wait, was that? No, that wasn't Return to Dreamland. You're thinking of the New Super Mario Brothers Wii.
I was thinking.
And
And
you.
What
But
was the score attack mode in Return to Dreamland?
But
I don't think there was
But
one.
I don't think in New Super Mario Bros. Wii, it was just attacking the credits, not monsters.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I was thinking of Rayman Origins credits where you could break stuff.
Yeah.
Try and get a high score. Ah, well.
Just Kirby hasn't done it up until now. But that all being said and done, that is pretty much it for our commentary on the base game of Star Allies.
Yeah. So, and again, as you've already been mentioning, there's a lot of different campaigns and stuff tied to this that we'd like to give some time to, especially with how dense they packed all the bonus modes in this game. But
It does unfortunately lead to my biggest problem with Star Allies, and it's sad. It's kind of sad to think that Nintendo's still pulling this crap even now. Like,
launch
they
a
released-
game and then
it-
launch
they-
a
they-
half-baked game.
pretty much, they literally launched a half-baked game with Star Allies here, and they added more on top. Like, they did add more on top of it later, like throughout the months and whatnot. And I mean, that's cool and all. I do honestly feel like at least half that stuff should have been there from the get-go. And if it meant delaying the game by about a few months, I think nobody would complain.
Like, I think
almost- Go
I
ahead.
think that was actually the case initially. Like, all the stuff with, the Dream Friends and whatnot, I think they originally wanted it to be there at launch, but unfortunately they just didn't have enough time to implement it all.
Which,
If
again,
not that,
I do think this game,
Oh,
hey, wait a minute!
Disney
Fake!
boss.
We get... DDD gets to fight himself.
Get him. But no, if not that, the other theory I had was that, maybe they thought they could pull this off, with the Smash Brothers kind of mentality. But the
Or
issue is that... But the issue is that with Smash Brothers or Splatoon, you have a multiplayer thing that you can play a lot in order to fill out the dead space in between stuff. But with this, after you beat the campaign, unless you really care about high scores with the guest star mode, that's really about it.
Well,
Yeah, no,
that's-
honestly, I will definitely say, I feel like this whole mentality has really only worked with Splatoon, because that's a game where they're literally required to play through the game online, and just, that's how it all rolls. With games that mostly rely on the single-player aspect, not really.
Shit. Crap. DDD got 4,000 points for that. He's in the lead.
Damn.
He wins.
I knew being myself up would be worth it someday.
Hang on. I gotta see if I can catch up to him.
So would you say that through this whole thing, DD literally destroyed his inner demons?
Why not?
I think, and he beat me.
Oh, by 200
200
points. And yes, obvious little hint of things to come. Even though, to this game's credit, they do pull a very nice little gotcha moment with that fight.
That's good, at least.
So yeah, all we'll say so far, and I guess the other thing I can say is that we're actually not giving all our ending thoughts on the game just yet, because there is still some bonus thing I can show off because as with most of these modern Kirby games, they have a couple extra stages that we can play now that the yes, as I just said.
There's more?
Yay! There's
Yeah.
more.
So with that said, stay tuned for the next part, in which I'm actually going to do the following things. I'm going to first show off a bunch of really cute little Easter eggs that were added in future updates that reference other Kirby games, and then we're going to show off the final big bonus stage that's like the last big grand. Did this come out during one of Kirby's birthday years?
I want to say this came out right on his 25th anniversary.
Uh-huh.
I want to say it was 25th, but whatever the case, we can look into that in between parts. So we'll see you all next time for our bonus part of Star Allies.
All right, take care.
Bye.
I'm not done yet.